What is the recent development in the Iran-Pakistan-Israel triangle? A question that is reverberating across the globe. Tensions are escalating and the tectonic plates of geopolitical alliances are shifting in the Middle East. The region, known for its complex web of relationships, is witnessing a new chapter in the Iran-Pakistan-Israel narrative. In a significant turn of events, an Israeli airstrike in Damascus claimed the life of a high-ranking Iranian military figure, General Sayed Razi Mousavi. Mousavi was instrumental in weaving the fabric of the military alliance between Syria and Iran. The fallout of his death was immediate and intense, with Iran vowing revenge for the act. Israel's actions have added fuel to the simmering fire in the region, as Iran-backed groups in countries like Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq have launched attacks against Israel and its allies. But the story doesn't end there. The ripple effects of this incident have reached the far shores of Pakistan, causing a dramatic escalation in tensions. In response to an attack by Tehran, Pakistan carried out retaliatory strikes against militant hideouts in Iran. This marked a significant escalation between the two neighbors who have historically maintained a delicate balance of power. This situation, however, has prompted both countries to emphasize dialogue and cooperation as the means to combat terrorism and ensure peace. The escalating tensions have caught the attention of the global community. China, a close ally of Pakistan, is closely monitoring the situation, while the rest of the world is concerned about potential disruptions to crude oil production. The conflict involves Jaish al-Adl, a designated terrorist organization operating along the Iran-Pakistan border. These developments occur during a sensitive time for Pakistan, with upcoming national elections and ongoing conflicts in the region adding to the pressure. As the situation intensifies, the global community watches with bated breath. In the face of escalating tensions, diplomatic efforts are underway. But how is the global community responding? In the swirling storm of conflict, the nations of Iran and Pakistan are reaching out to the international community, seeking peace and stability through diplomatic channels. The two nations have jointly called on the United Nations Security Council to take stern action against Israel. They have urged the Council, as the primary body responsible for maintaining global peace and security, to intervene and prevent further escalation. However, the response from the global community has been mixed. While some nations have voiced concerns over the increasing tensions, others have remained silent, carefully watching the unfolding situation. The role of the United Nations Security Council has been under scrutiny. The expectation is for the Council to act decisively, to mediate and mitigate the crisis. Yet, the complexities of international politics and the varying interests of its permanent members often lead to a stalemate, leaving crises unresolved. Major world powers too have their roles to play. The United States, Russia, and China are closely monitoring the situation, each with their vested interests and strategic alliances. The United States, a long-standing ally of Israel, faces a delicate balancing act, while Russia and China, with their growing influence in the Middle East, are expected to weigh in. Meanwhile, Iran and Pakistan continue their diplomatic efforts, striving to de-escalate the situation. They emphasize dialogue and cooperation as the means to combat terrorism and ensure peace. Their actions come at a time of immense regional tension and global concern over potential disruptions to crude oil production, underlining the far-reaching implications of this conflict. While diplomatic efforts continue, the question remains: will it be enough to restore peace and stability in the region? Time will tell, but the world watches on, hoping for a peaceful resolution to this brewing storm. The unfolding scenario in the Iran-Pakistan-Israel triangle has far-reaching implications, but what does this mean for the future of the region? As tensions escalate, the potential implications for the Middle East and indeed the world at large are immense. The Middle East, a region rich in oil reserves, is a linchpin to global energy markets. Any disruption in this region, like the ongoing conflicts, could potentially cause significant interruptions in crude oil production. This, in turn, could lead to volatility in global energy markets and affect economies worldwide. The ripples of these events may reach far beyond the sands of the Middle East, but the implications are not just economic. They're political too. The current situation comes at a particularly sensitive time for Pakistan, with national elections on the horizon. The government's response to the unfolding scenario could significantly influence the electoral landscape. Will the current leadership's stance on the Iran-Israel conflict bolster their standing with the electorate, or could it perhaps lead to a shift in public sentiment? Only time will tell. Furthermore, the escalating tensions could potentially destabilize an already volatile region. With multiple active conflicts and a complex web of alliances, the Middle East is a geopolitical tinderbox. The Iran-Pakistan-Israel triangle could add another layer of complexity to this intricate puzzle, potentially leading to a reshaping of alliances and power dynamics in the region. Lastly, there's the human aspect to consider. The escalating tensions and potential for conflict could lead to a humanitarian crisis, impacting millions of lives in the region. The international community must keep a keen eye on the situation, ready to step in and provide support where necessary. As the world watches, the future of the Middle East hangs in the balance. Stay with us for more updates on this evolving situation. As we continue to monitor the escalating tensions in the Middle East, let's take a moment to discuss the potential road ahead. Given the complexities of this situation, there are several possible outcomes. Analysts are working round the clock to predict these scenarios and strategize accordingly. One such scenario could be a peaceful resolution through diplomatic talks. This would require significant international involvement and a willingness from all parties to come to the negotiation table. This outcome, while ideal, may be challenging given the current political climate and the history of strained relationships in the region. Another possible scenario could be a further escalation of tensions, potentially leading to military conflicts. This could have dire consequences not only for the countries directly involved, but also for global peace and stability. Such a scenario will necessitate a swift and unified response from the international community to prevent a full-blown humanitarian crisis. In the event of an escalation, the global community must be prepared to provide immediate aid and support to the affected civilian populations. Non-profit organizations and humanitarian agencies around the world are already putting contingency plans in place, preparing for potential refugee influxes and the need for emergency aid. Lastly, there's the economic impact to consider. Economists are closely watching global oil prices and stock market reactions, as these could provide a bellwether for the potential economic fallout from this crisis. It's a situation where every nation, every corporation, and indeed every individual has a stake. As we navigate this complex and evolving situation, it's crucial to stay informed and aware. We'll continue to bring you the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the unfolding scenario in the Middle East. Thank you for watching our coverage on the Iran-Pakistan-Israel diplomatic dilemma. If you found this video informative, please subscribe to our channel for more updates. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.